This is something very special. Look, he's got a rainwater catchment on this. What are y'all doing this morning, Dan?
Moving the chickens, having fun, team effort. Michael, Sarah, Serenity, come on over.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
You coming too?
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to move the paddock from there to here. Give the chickens a new paddock with new seed, new things to eat, and give that land a little bit of rest. I think the chicken tractor wants to go right there. Anybody see a better spot than right there? Which direction should it be facing, Sarah?
Downward.
Yeah, so downhill's about like that, right? So all we need to do is bring down the fence right there, move it this way, and then pivot, right? Pretty easy move. Katie, we're gonna have you extend the fence on this side a little bit more, give you a little more length, and a little bit farther downhill on that side, okay? Sarah, Michael, Serenity, why don't you start taking down poles? Let's put poles right over here. Emma, why don't you start working on electrical? Bring the electrical down to that side.
Come on, let's see what we can do. You want me to carry you?
Yeah.
Come here, buddy. Good morning.
Morning.
I think we're gonna need Dad to help.
What's your job this morning?
I'm handling the crate. The chicken coop is about land. There's a crate that goes under her so that it's not tipping too far down.
Okay. You're in charge of the crate.
Come up and try not to sword fight with them.
Okay, help him carry the poles. Mr. Brown, can you carry one pole? Okay.
Back here, boys.
Alright.
This way.
Whoa, good morning, buddy. Good morning. Yeah. You up too? You up and at 'em this morning?
Bring your poles over there where Mommy put hers.
All right, grab the poles.
Then we're gonna move
Bring them over
the
here.
tractor together. The chocks, or do you want to have the crate? All right, Michael, come on over. Let's get the you get chalk. Can you hear me back there? Yeah. Katie?
Yep, we're ready.
All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. Turn. Push. Coming through, coming through, coming through. Stop. What do you think? About like that?
Keep turning.
About like
Yeah,
that?
that looks about good.
All right, let's try that. Let's take a look. Mom, want to take a look and see how that looks? Get it?
Not too bad.
Low on right. All right, Michael, chalk it up. Michael and Serenity, are you helping put poles in place to help the fence stay up? We're just about done. So we started at 7:40, it's 8 a.m. right now, 20 minutes. It's a family best.
What's that?
This is apple cider vinegar.
Good
Come on out, girls.
morning, girlies.
Look, they'd rather have the food scraps than the feed.
Yeah. These are chicken scraps that we give it to them.
chicken scraps, rather. They love it. And they've grown to think that anything white that someone is carrying has food on it.
So if you ever want them to follow you, all you got to do is grab a white plate.
Yep. Doesn't even have to have food on it.
Would you like to carry Ross a little bit?
Okay, where is he? I don't like this very much.
He's our meanest rooster.
No, this is...
Is it he?
Yeah.
Who's the meanest?
Cloud. The smallest one.
The smallest one right there who's looking
Who's picking?
for love in the wrong way.
Here you go.
Why are you catching him?
Because he's our boss rooster and I want to show him this year at the fair.
Oh.
So you want him to be nice and gentle, make it easier for you to take him out and show him?
He'll never be nice and gentle, but if I can get him accustomed to being held, then yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
While we're out here at the chickens, let's check out this coop. This looks like a Jeff Lawton inspired coop. It's on a trailer. They framed it out. This is something very special. Look, he's got a rainwater catchment on this, pouring out into these buckets. They take it from these buckets, pour it into their waterer. This is a really cool system. They move it, as you saw this morning, they move it from one paddock to the next, fertilizing their grass. Guys, if some of you are interested in more of the how to do that, I'm also going to include a video on that in our membership area that's coming out real soon. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in that, because not everybody's interested in that kind of stuff, but I have found that many of you are. So I'm going to create a special area just for that. We're finished with the chickens. Dan wants to show me one more thing this morning. What's that, Dan?
Monkey puzzle tree.
I've never heard of a monkey puzzle tree.
They're not from this area. They come from Chile, the mountains down there, which would be equivalent to our Zone 7. They grow really well in the northwest of the country. And I know a couple people out here who've had them survive the harshest winters we've had out here the last 4 or 5 years. And it produces a very large nut, lots of them. So it's a really good source of food.
Cool.
It'll take a while before it starts bearing, but it'll be a beautiful and productive tree. I've also planted it in between my pecans to force the squirrels to come down the trees so they can't hop across this tree, because this tree is pretty unpleasant to touch. It is covered in spines, and when it gets older, its bark is sharp and quite unpleasant to climb. That's actually how it got its name. A person who saw it said a monkey would have quite a hard time getting up that tree. It'd be quite a riddle or a puzzle for that monkey, hence the name Monkey Puzzle.
Wasn't that cool to see everybody working together this morning? I just love how they do that as a team. Of course, Dan could probably go out there and do it faster all by himself, but it's cool to see him involve everyone. Did some editing this afternoon, but now we're having a meetup.
Hi.
The Chidlers are playing on the hammock, and they've got some bubbles going. You guys like to play with bubbles?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Sure.
What's your name?
Noah.
You watch the show, Noah?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. Hey, buddy.
My name is Pios and I watch this show.
Cool, thank you very much. What are you growing at home?
I'm growing some tomatoes and some pickles.
Okay, cool. Good to meet you, buddy. Thanks for watching. Are you the bubble lady?
That's what you're gonna call me, yeah.
Is this what you brought this?
Yeah.
Good, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The kids are really enjoying this.
What am I doing?
Okay, you know we gotta ask, we gotta know, what's their name, where they're from, and what in the world they're growing. All you people want to answer? That's a good group. If you don't, you better run. Here I come. I'm gonna be all up in your face with this fisheye lens, okay? Don't be nervous. I might be like, right here, we're really nothing. Look, she's backing up. Okay, what's your name, where are you from, and what are you growing?
We're Sean and Bernie Witten. This is one of our sons, Tyler, and we grow pretty much everything. We have chickens, a duck, a goose, an extensive garden, some bees, and we live off-grid in yurts in West Virginia.
Off-grid, she just casually says that. Yeah, you're missing something though. You said you're growing everything. I didn't hear guinea pig.
I know. Oh, we don't have, no. We did look at guinea pigs the other day, but we had a bad experience with guinea hens, and so anything guinea is kind of out of the...
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm Leanne Olson. I'm from Glenwood, Maryland. And I grow chickens, have an orchard, and a football-sized organic garden.
Hi, I'm Chris Roth. This is my son Brian. I'm from Spring Grove, Pennsylvania. I am growing asparagus, rhubarb, peas, carrots, and a whole bunch of other stuff, fruit, and we have chickens and my favorite thing, bees. I've had them for 3 weeks and really rewarding.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Dulcie.
What's your name?
Sylvie.
And we're from Aspers, Pennsylvania, and we are raising chickens and starting a vegetable garden this year.
And herbs. You're growing herbs.
Yeah.
You like to grow stuff? Will you eat the stuff you grow? Every bit of it? Will she eat it?
Oh, she's
yeah.
a forager. She makes salads out of the yard.
Yeah.
Nice.
My name is Vashti, this is Evelyn, and this is Eleanor Jane, and what are we growing?
Rabbits and clover and carrots.
Hi, I'm Crystal Gers. My husband Donald. We're from Copper Kettle Farms in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We are growing chickens and rabbits. Just butchered 15 this morning. Had to wipe the guts off and come down here, but we're also growing lots of vegetables. Probably about 30 tomato plants going in this year, and hoping to live off as much of what we grow as we can.
Nice. Gutty hands are welcome here.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I about rejected you, didn't I? All right, sorry about that. There you go.
Hey, Justin.
Yes.
Small Hitch Farm. I grow cooking and salad greens on other people's property in Fairfax County, Virginia.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kim Herman, and I live in East Berlin, Pennsylvania, and I have chickens and a huge garden. I grow potatoes, onions, asparagus, beets, kale, lots of kale, Swiss chard, tomatoes, and I have a big herb garden. So I have all kinds of herbs.
You're jamming it. Good for you.
Thank you.
Over here.
Uh oh, we got a YouTuber here. We got a YouTuber. What's y'all's name and what's your YouTube channel?
So I'm Jessica Wickham.
I'm Nathaniel.
This is Eli.
Cody.
This is Cody. And our YouTube channel is Wickham's Life, spelled like Wickham with an S. And do you want us to like say a little bit about it, or?
If you want to.
So basically we used to grow chickens and we used to have a garden, but then we sold everything. We're living in a fifth wheel to just help people share God's love.
I'm Mary and
I'm Maylee. We're from Maryland.
we grow vegetables and butterflies and moths.
Man, we had a great meetup with everybody. Just had a wonderful dinner with our hosts. When I'm meeting you guys for the first time, a lot of you say, I know you, but you don't know me. Well, I'm thinking this is the most exciting part of this tour because we are changing that. We are getting to know you and we're really enjoying that.
Whoa, 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 catch it, put it in a jar to have and to hold, to save for later. You cannot trust it to come again, to wait for you to find a pen and fill the paper with the message that it wants to send. Grab it, hold it by its tail before it escapes. You know its ways and you cannot lose it, that's what you fear. So hold it up against your ear and very carefully listen to what it wants you to hear. Whoa, whoa.